All right, so we're going to try and get a little bit closer to these horses, and I think this is a really unique chance to look at wild horse herds because they're not always what we think. I think from movies, from books, from kind of popular equine culture, you might think that a wild herd is a stallion and his mares and babies. But what you see all too often in the wild is actually there might be more than one stallion, there might be a partnership, and that's what you can see here. Is right at the back. They're all dozing this morning, they've had their breakfast and they're just relaxing. But right at the back here, the darker one, the grey, that's the lead stallion. Next to him is his mare. This one here is their baby, probably last year's baby that's still living with them. And behind her is another young stallion. That stallion's probably young, he's probably kind of 2-3 years old. And whether the two grey stallions were together in the wild and they've managed to capture a mare, or maybe he's a son, or a brother, but whatever it is, these two grey stallions look after this herd together. And this is really, really common in the wild. I think it's really important to see it and see that horses have their own partnership, their own, I guess, social structure and way that they work together in so many different ways to create a little family unit that we see here. And this is a really strong family unit. I can't stress that enough. They've got really deep bonds. They really look after each other. You can see even now they're all sleeping or resting together. The lighter grey at the back, the younger stallion, he's the one who's kind of on alert. These three here are kind of resting, but you can see him at the back. He's out there watching the horses in the other paddock. And so they'll work together so everyone gets a rest. Sometimes it'll be one stallion looking out, other times it'll be the other stallion. So a really good example of horses and their complex social structure that kind of gets oversimplified far too often in movies and popular equine culture. Even out here in the paddock, I love to kind of work a bit with the horses and watch their body language, kind of see where their comfort level is, see what I'm going to have to work with. You can see here, he turns his head to me, and I know that's about where their comfort level is. And so I'll get to that point and then I'll back off. I want them to get used to me being around, but not push them to where they think they need to run from me. It's really cool just to see what their reactions are, how close they'll let you in. You can see they're a little bit uncomfortable with me here. I'll just try to keep my energy a bit low. I'll see if I can just get in a little closer without scaring them and just see. And just then you could hear there's another stallion across the fence and he's neighed, and you can just see it's taken that big stallion's attention away and it's taken the herd away, and they felt a bit threatened by that horse across the fence. Probably the horse across the fence more than me, and so they're going to move off a little bit. And again, this is the lead stallion here, and you can just see that he's just keeping an eye on me and the other stallion behind him. Like, his job is to be aware of what's happening to his family and be ready to protect them at all times. And because of that, these guys are just happy to relax and do their own thing. It keeps them a lot calmer and a lot more confident just having him there looking after them all the time.